everybody? It's April Dawn. Let's talk about it. This is Power Season 6, Episode 8.
What up, everybody?
What up, everybody? What up, everybody? It's April Dawn. What up, everybody? It's April Dawn. Everybody, let's talk about it. Go away. I got a new dog, y'all, and the dog is just all in my mix. Move. Okay. So like I have zero notes, so we're just going to talk off the top of the dome. This episode I thought was a really good episode. We all got the death of our girl Keisha. You know, I'm sad for Cash, but sis had to go. I mean, I don't know what to tell you. She had to get up out of there. So let's go ahead and get started. Basically, this entire episode, Sax is making his rounds to everybody. He's trying to get any type of information he can get. He goes to Keisha. He goes to Tasha. He goes to Tyreek. He go to damn near everybody, y'all. He goes back to Dre, I think, once again, trying to get all this information. Tyreek learns the game, so he learns some more things from Tasha. She's finally breaking down to the money aspect of this game and possibly getting a new Primera for their little operation they have going on. And we also see that Keisha gets caught up with the FBI and, you know, signing the agreement and how this affects her, you know, end up dying at the end. Then we have Dre. Why is Dre still alive? But Dre is still alive, still spilling all the tea, honey. Let's go ahead and talk about Tyreek and Tasha. So Tyreek learns a little bit more about the money aspect of the game from Tasha. He comes to her and, you know, she's telling him about who you pay, how you pay these people, you pay that person, you give this money to the distro, X, Y, and Z, kind of breaking it down for him and, you know, making sure that he don't steal. I did like the fact that she instilled in him, do not steal, do not cheat people out their money, because that's how you end up dead over some dumb stuff. And that he's going to have to cut down the product in order to be able to sell it, right? In order to be able to make a profit. So while she's doing all this, the mom comes in and the mom is like, you know, she sees what's going on, kind of, she peeped game and was like, hey, what are you doing? You know, can't nobody help y'all but Jesus. And Tasha like, listen, you need to worry about yourself because you wasn't complaining when all this lifestyle was paying your bills. My thing with the mama is, girl, you tried it, because she been with Ghost however many years and all you do is encourage her to go back over and over again for more and more foolishness. And you ain't had no problem with the influence they put on your grandson when she was living up in the house with a whole ass drug dealer, girl. So now you don't want him. Like, girl, mama, it ain't gonna work, mama. No, it's not gonna work. So later on, Tyreek goes to his new school and he is harassed by his teacher. And his teacher's asking him if he hold him. But it was kind of weird when he asked him. It was kind of like, you know, he wanted something, not like he was going to report him. So he tells Tasha about this and says that this could possibly be a new Primera for the organization. But they have to get it to where he doesn't know who he's working for. So Tasha comes up with the plan, or they come up with a plan. And later on, Tyreek investigates him and finds out that he owes a lot of money. So basically, he needs this money. Okay, so they put some drugs in his trunk, give him a letter and a burner phone. Boom, if you want more, you know what I'm saying, put the money in your trunk. And he's like, well, who am I working for? Don't worry about who you working for. That ain't important right now. Okay, so we know homeboy need the money. I personally feel like maybe this is a little bit too close for comfort. But, you know, he passed by Tyreek on the yard. Tyreek, he was like, hey, you left me something. He was like, what you talking about? What are you talking about? He played it off real good. So as far as this man knows, Tyreek don't have nothing to do with it. And this is just some random person. Like, how random could it be? But, you know, hey, we gonna go with it. Let's talk about James and Tate. So what I don't understand, and what I pretty much seen in all the reviews, the consensus that we all have, is that how is Ghost going to be lieutenant governor? Like, it is so far-fetched that Ghost will be all this gangster criminals. Like, literally in the same episode, you ran up in an FBI agent's house and put a bag over his head, but you trying to be the lieutenant governor. Like, I don't understand it, child. It don't make no sense. But we got political aspirations for Ghost. Ramona still skinning and grinning in his face, talking about he don't know him and can she trust him and all this, that, and the other. Like, girl, it's not gonna be like, no, you can't trust me, girl. You better stay away from that D, girl. That D is lethal, honey. It be having people dead out here, girl. Leave it alone, sis. He sabotaged Tate's campaign by having the guy that he slept with his wife, him turn up the mic behind the scenes at a debate, because he was talking about the lady in the debate and she can't use the cell phone without her assistant doing it for her. And, you know, nobody care about his Queen's Child project and all of this, because Ramona does try to get him to put Ghost on the ticket earlier, to put James on the ticket, and he's like, two black dudes trying to convince upstate white people in New York that we're going to be on their side. Like, girl, bye, find somebody else. So they kind of set Tate up. Like I said, they exposed him, and because he needed to save face, he was supposed to meet up with Ghost later on that day for like some type of photo op with the press and kind of smooth things over, or whatever the case may be. But he did not show up. Ghost did not show up because he was out there like accosting Saxe with Tommy. That was that. At the end of the episode, we see that Tate tells him, okay, well, my run for the governor is over with. Like, I'm done. But your Queen Shot project is also done because they have shut down the contracts to it. The shit ain't happening no more. Boy, bye. Right? So you mess over me, I mess over you. What I don't understand about this is, why would you do this to Tate knowing that he knows all your secrets? He knows that you're Ghost. He knows this. Now, on the other hand, it's like Ghost is a gangster, so at the end of the day, he probably just gonna kill you. Tate probably just gonna die, but I really think Tate gonna die as something having something to do with his actions, not necessarily Ghost. I think it would be kind of silly to have Ghost kill him and then become the lieutenant governor. Like, I just don't see how that's gonna work. But I'm kind of at the point where it's kind of like, what is Tate doing? What is his purpose? Like, why are you here other than to aggravate us and get on our nerves, right? So after Saxe goes to Dre goes to Blanca, who is also making her rounds this whole episode, trying to find out information and finding out a lot of information. So she finds out from Dre that Kanan was in DC when Raymond Ray got shot, when the detective got shot, the one who was a part of the drug ring, or the theft ring, right? So and that Tyreek is the one who asked him for the address. So she went to Ghost and was trying to pressure Ghost to talk to her. And obviously, Ghost doesn't give her the information, but he does leave a glass that was on the counter in the bar. So she takes the glass and she gets in Rain, and come to find out it's 50% him, which is probably Tyreek, which from a blood drop they found at Raymond Ray's apartment, right? Now, she also takes this information to Tasha and tells Tasha that now they have a witness that's saying that that they wasn't at the penthouse like, she said they was at the penthouse. So the person that she's talking about is Keisha, which we will get to. So Keisha, this episode, is in the house. She is minding her business, and Kate comes over. Kate comes over with all her stuff, her pictures and everything, and Keisha's telling her to get out, get your shit, girl, bye, you're not about to stay over here. And she's like, oh, well, Holly didn't get along with me either, and you don't want to end up like her. Oh, he told you? Oh, girl, she must be floating down the Hudson River. He killed her with his bare hands. And Keisha ass was shook. She was shook slightly. Now, she didn't say too much about it, but she definitely was shook. But she played it off and was like, girl, you're not about to get me up out of here. We'll get your shit and leave, right? So later on, we see Keisha with her son Cash. She's picking him up from school. This is after earlier her and Tommy did have a scene with Cash where they was telling him that, that he can't just be walking up and down the street. He not in the city no more. They're going to pick him up and drop him off from different places. If you have any problems with the police, please just tell me and I'll handle it. This is what Tommy told Cash. So you already know he going to tell him. So she gets pulled over by Blanca, and Blanca basically punks her and threatens her into signing some witness cooperation papers. They take Cash like they're going to take him. They're going to arrest her. Knowing they wasn't going to arrest her, she runs this story to her that Tommy is trying to leave her holding the bag because her name is on the deed of the house and X, Y, and Z. But Keisha, like we said, she not built for this life, y'all. So she caved like a juice box, bitch, okay? And they gave her back Cash, and now she done signed this paperwork, and she got to turn herself into witness protection. We find out later on from Ghost, well, Ghost tells Tasha that, about Keisha might not be holding up to the alibi they have for them, and she's like, it's all good. Well, no, Ghost and Tommy decide to ride on Saxe, because Saxe is going around and everybody harassing him, okay? Dre already called him earlier, and like I said, he went to Tyreek, and he's been to Tasha. He's been to everybody, right? So they decide, you know what, we tired of his ass. We about to go murk this fool real quick. So they run to his house. He up in there masturbating. They put the bag on his head. But then he started giving the information about Tyreek and how they had found the blood spot and they found his DNA. And so Ghost makes the stupid decision to not kill him, because Saxe ain't really on the inside no more, because he's not even a police officer anymore. Like, he's fired. So any information he's going to get is from Blanca, who is giving him information, okay? So now we see Blanca starting to get herself a little bit dirty too. She was the white knight, okay? And now we seeing her kind of manipulate the system and to manipulate witnesses to kind of get what she wants as well, right? So they decide to leave him alive. Ghost, once he relays this information to Tasha, Tasha's like, listen, as long as it's tight, you know, we good. And the alibi is good. And Ghost is like, listen, you need to talk to Keisha because I tried to talk to her and that shit ain't work. You know what I mean? I think she is the witness or whatever. Meantime, Tommy has picked up Cash. He's taking him out to the mall. He's buying him, you know, rings and things. Trying to pick out a ring for the mama and talking about they're going to be a family and all this here. When they was on their way to the basketball game, Cash told him about what happened. So he goes back to Keisha and he tells Keisha, you know, basically prying her for information. And she like, I didn't want to give you no reason not to believe me. I didn't want to end up like Holly. I wasn't going to tell them nothing. And he's so upset by the fact that his mom told her about Holly, but he's happy, and this like really hooked Tommy that she didn't go nowhere, that she's still there, even though she knew he's like a cold-blooded murderer, right? That she's still there. So he just dead set on, that's my boo and she not gonna tell on me. But we all know that she wasn't lying, but she was gonna tell, or she had already signed the paperwork. It was kind of like she didn't have a choice. So he leaves again with Cash, like I said, to go play basketball. So they doing that and picking out rings and all of that. And so while they're doing that, Tasha comes over to the house and they're arguing, saying basically, you need to stay till Tommy makes it back and we can decide what we're going to do. And she like, no, I'm going to leave. I'm not going to them, because she's convinced Blanca that she's going to come to them. They don't have to come pick her up. She got all her bags packed. She was like, I'm leaving. You know what I'm saying? I'm about to be out. Like, the best thing for me to do for you and Tommy is to disappear. And Tasha is like, let's just wait till Tommy gets home, because the thing about it is she was going to get caught, y'all. If she ran, she was going to get caught. She was going to get caught and she was going to tell. At the end of the day, she should have never signed that damn paper, period. Really, at the end of the day, she shouldn't have got herself involved in all this, because it's always going to come to a point where it's going to be your son or this man, and you know you're going to choose your son at all times. She starts looking at the bag, looking at the bag, looking at the bag, like you giving an indication, girl, you finna go to the bag. So her and Keisha start tussling and fighting, and they tussling and fighting over the gun, and then we hear the gunshot go off, and lo and behold, Keisha is dead. But what really surprised me was when Tasha took that kill shot to the head. I was like, damn, you gonna kill your friend like that? Damn, like, damn, girl, because she said, what about Cash? And I have a thought that Tasha probably was like, what about Tyreek? Okay, but Tyreek is pure trash. At least Cash is a sweet kid for right now. I felt bad for Cash, but like I said, Cash was going to the foster system either way, because she was going to get caught and she was going to tell and he was going to go to foster care, okay? Or she was going to get killed and he was going to go to foster care. And people was like, oh, he going to go with Tommy, but Tommy is not his legal relative at all in no type of way. So I'm pretty sure he will not be staying with Tommy. So poor Cash, like, we feel bad for Cash. But do I really care that Lala was there? It was kind of like, bye Keisha, bye girl, I'm sorry, but you had to go, sis. It wasn't gonna work out no other way. You shouldn't have signed up for this life. And almost, you remember when Kanan said that you had to kill somebody you loved to be like a real true gangster or whatever? So there you go. Keisha caught her body finally, and she killed somebody that she really loved. So we've also learned in this episode that Blanca is getting close to Tyreek. Like I said, she got all this evidence and they're starting to put 2 and 2 together, and it's going to come back on Tyreek. And I firmly believe that maybe Ghost is going to take the fall for Tyreek and he's going to go to jail or something like that. But it's going to come back down to Tyreek, okay, making dumb mistakes and then everybody covering up for him. He is the one who's going to be the downfall of everybody, child. But we'll see what happens. So I want to hear your thoughts about this episode. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. I will holler at y'all next week. Peace.